Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are going through our top 22 11 of 2022.
Yes, a top 10, 20 games of the year is back again. It's been another year of games. This year we have only played around 85 different games from this year. I don't remember exactly, like almost 85 games from 2022. And now we're going to talk about them to you, but only some of them, 20 to 11 today. Then next week you're going to get 10 to 1. And then the week after that, we're actually doing something new. And if you like that, we might continue doing it, which is to rank all the games we played from this year. So then you're going to get from the worst to the 21.
Yeah.
From both of us. So that's just going to be like a list, like just letting you know all of the games.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a lot of games on those videos.
Yes.
So let's start by going to the beginner, which is you, and I'm the ender of the list. Let's go number 20 time.
Yes, we are having this crossover guess.
Crossover competition.
Yes, so I've looked through my list and I have seen how many games do I think we have in common.
Yeah.
This is true, like the total top 20 of this year, and I think
now what about doing a crossover list for the top 85?
That is 85, I think.
First joke of the day.
I think we have 14 crossovers.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I think I'm going to go like, I usually are a higher guesser than you, so I'm going to continue that trend. I'm going to do 16.
Okay.
It's probably wrong, but I'm going to do 16. But there's so many games that I think we enjoy the same ones. We will see. Okay,
this is going to be exciting.
Start.
My number 20 is Lacrimosa.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is not my favorite game of this year.
Bye.
I had higher hopes for it.
This is not the top 20 worst game we played this year list.
But I had so many games in this 7.5. It was so hard to decide which one was going to make my top number 20. But this game I thought was cool because of the card playing. That was fun with shifting out new cards, getting in, trying to see okay, what do I want to focus on this game? It is about the Mozart Requiem, and I think the theme is really cool in this game.
I think it's a good game. I do not think it's amazing. I think it's good.
Yeah.
My number 20, Dan, is a small little game from Mr. Uwe Rosenberg called Framework.
Okay, cool.
I really like the puzzle of this one. It takes what I enjoy the most from Nova Luna, strips out some of the mechanisms, and just has the tiles are more interesting.
Yeah.
When I read the rules, I was like, this is the same game. And then I played it, I was like, oh, it's not the same game. And I really like this. So simple to teach, so simple to learn. If you just want a short, simple puzzle game that plays in around half an hour or less, I really recommend Framework.
Yeah, clever game, absolutely. My number 19 is another clever game. It's Gardeners. This is from the same designer that gave us Magic Maze.
Casper Lab.
So this is also a co-op game where you are not allowed to speak. You're building this garden, and you have these secret rules that everybody has to follow, but only one people can see it. So you have to then you have to give them subtle hints to try to steer them to the right way to build this park, and get more and more rules. It gets increasingly more difficult, more abstract than Magic Maze, but really clever.
It has less of that family-friendly, whimsical theme to draw you in, but it's one if you are a core puzzle lover, I think you will absolutely like it. My number 19 is Oathsworn. This is a game that you might be surprised that is on this list after your review, because it wasn't we did like it, or I did like it, but I didn't love it. But I like most of the parts in it enough for it to be this high on the list. I think it has many very good elements, especially the story. The combats are good, but not my favorite part of the game, which is sad because it's a big part of the game. But I really enjoy the story and the theme and all of that, and when I really want to explore more and play more, and it's enough for me to be on this list, obviously because it's my list and I make it. And it is a great game.
I'm looking forward to play that one again. My number 18 is Monsters on Board. This was a part of our Keep or Cull, and we kept it. Oh yeah, I like it a lot. I think this...
It would be weird if you had it on this we culled the game, number 18 of the year.
I love the game's theme, making a party for monsters and have this spook juice that you're trying to get. You have this dice dropping mechanism, which is pure fun because you're wanting the symbols, which really just is fun to do do things with, but it's a very combo
Great
game.
explanation.
And you're trying to move these different monsters down like a track, and you're trying to set them up so they can get to the symbols that you need, or actions that you need, in a very effective way. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, I think this was a really nice dice drafting game, one that I enjoyed a lot as well. My number 18 is Come Together, which is a Norwegian design game. We do know the designers, but that's not why it's here. It's because it's a fun game. It's a worker placement game with a twist, which I feel like is something I'm saying on many games this year, like very many games. That must be like
a lot of them this year.
The mechanism of this year is worker placement with a twist. I really enjoyed the worker placement part. I enjoyed it's an interactive worker placement game more than just blocking, like you are blocking, but also you're trying to trigger these locations in the best way possible for you. It can go a little long if you play like the nice version where you're like, oh, we're going to fill up all the spaces and then I'm going to go and activate it. Or you can play like the meaner one where you try to activate it as soon as it gets something for you and not that good for the other people, and that will trigger the game's end faster. And there's many things to like in this game. Also all of the very funny board game artist puns that they made here. Very fun game, really enjoy it.
Yeah, you can also play it with the wrong rules. If you got it taught from me on the demo spiel, then the game will be very easy and very short. Sorry. My number 17 is Founders of Teotihuacan.
Okay.
This is a game that has flown a little under the radar for a lot of people, I think. And this is also a really cool worker placement game with a twist. What I like about this twist is that you have these cylinders, and how many you put on the worker space dictates how much power you have. And if you have less power, you have to pay more to do that action. And it's a game where you want to do all of the stuff, but you can't do it all, so you have to really choose, and sometimes that can get very thinky and crunchy, and I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a good game. Nothing amazing, but a good one. Next up, we have number 17, which is a game I'm 100% is not on your list because you tried to call it.
Number 17, that is not on my list.
No, that's not a game. That's a number.
Okay.
It's really hard to understand.
But I tried to call it.
Yes, it is Legacies.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I really enjoy this game. I enjoy many aspects of it. It's a multi-use card. It has stock, shares, all of that. I also got drawn in by the just way the game fakes you to think that now you're going to get so much more money, but it's just actually the same money, just looks like more money now. It actually shows you inflation over time. I like that it goes over like 300 years. You get new abilities when you get a new generation. You're trying to make the legacy of making your kind of generation, your legacy be better and better, getting heirlooms, a lot of interaction. There's some luck elements that I didn't love so much, but other than that, a really enjoyable game that I probably won't be able to play again because of you.
Yes, Future Call. Haha. My number 16 is our first crossover of today. It's Come Together. So we
right now.
Yeah, Come Together right now. So we basically talked about this already.
Yeah, very good game, and you also taught it many times at Spiel. Wrong. And some right when you understood the wrong thing. That was number 16. My number 16 is a game we actually have not played the full version of. We only played the prototype of Autobahn.
Oh, yeah.
Fabio Lopiano, great game where you play cards, different colored cards with different places on the player mat, which shows you then or chooses which action you can do. You can only play this many cards before you have to refresh, and you can upgrade the spaces, and now I can play one more card here or two more cards here. You're trying to build up the Autobahn network, connect different cities, get bonuses to pick up and deliver. So many things. I really wanna. There's so many things to like. There's just so many things.
So many things.
Done. I really
dislike.
Looking forward to playing this again. Wanted to do it before we did this video, but we didn't have the time. Really looking forward to play the full production copy. And when we do, it might fall or it might rise. It's really hard to say. But one that I really enjoyed my plays of when we did play the prototype.
Absolutely, a solid game from Fabiano there. My number 15 is also a game that we have only played a prototype version of, and that is Oak.
Oh yeah.
This is also a worker placement game with a twist. And the twist in this game is that the Meeples has like satchels and hats and cool equipment, and the production in this game is stellar. It's so good. Like the prototype also looked amazing. It's very tight in the worker placement space. It's divided into these segments which you really want. It's like you need this action, but somebody else put there, and you've already used that super guy with the satchel that makes you can go there.
The super guy with the satchel, like Superman with a satchel.
Yes, and just a lot to like in this game.
Awesome. I like the game as well. Next up, we have my number 15, which I'm also pretty sure isn't going to be on your list, which is Planet B.
Yeah.
One that we just did a review of. You can go and check that out. I just really enjoyed the theme. It's a lighter game, but one that I just had fun all the time. I played it from start to beginning. From start to beginning. It's a very short game. I enjoyed most of it for sure, and it has like some actual good comedy elements to it as well, without obstructing the game and without that being the focus of the game. A strategic, fun game.
With an election of stuff,
yes,
which is
you
interesting.
can be the president or a llama.
Yes, you can. My number 14 is Sabika. This is one of the like bigger table hogs of the year.
Yes.
With it's so big, so much goodness of Euro stuff. It has this rondel like with 3 parts, and you basically do Euro stuff. As I said, what I like about this game is the combos that you're trying to do and the tightness of it.
It's so
this
tight.
game is very tight, both in resources and also where to, like, if the space is very expensive, if somebody else is there already, and the order that you have to do the actions in, and how you trying to make that points at the end of the game. Really solid game.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed that one as well. Next up is the second crossover.
Oh.
My number 14 is Gardeners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have actually forgotten our crossover dances this time, because we're usually doing.
We have to do the small crossover dance now and then.
It's not like
one for the other one. Bam,
yes.
bam, 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 bam. That's the small crossover dance twice. That was my number 14, Gardeners. We already spoke about that one, which means we can go right back to you.
Yeah, and another crossover dance. It's 13 Autobahn. So I also like this game a lot. What I like about Autobahn is that you're trying to do a lot in one area. You want to like build there, you want to deliver there, you want to do everything there, but you only have one green card, and that it's so crunchy. Yes.
That was the longest short dancing.
Dance, yeah.
My number 13 then is gonna be Dead
Reckoning.
Yes, not just Dead. It's gonna be Dead Reckoning, the pirate game, the crafting card placement card crafting game from John D. Clear. First time I played it, didn't love it, just liked it, and then when we played it again, it went smoother and it went quicker. Really enjoyed it. It's very different from many games that we play, but I enjoyed so many aspects of it. There is some luck here and there, but not too bad, and there's really many different strategies to go for, and I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed most of that game. Yeah, but it's weird to say I enjoyed the game. We gotta say it because that's how Rambling works. I like the game. Obviously, that's why it's on the list. Dead Reckoning, great game. Go check it out, especially if you like pirates.
Yes, actually, the pirate theme came very nicely true in this game.
Oh yeah.
It felt like a pirate game with the ships and boom and yes,
ships
shooting
and boom.
And yes. My number 12 is Resurgence. This is also a worker placement game with the twist. What I like in this game, it's so many of those.
Yeah, it is. Very
but
much
I like it. You have this secret planning of your worker placement in the beginning, which also adds to some majorities that gets you up on some tracks, and then after that you're putting out the actual workers on the spaces, and you're trying to get points and go through these missions that you can get points through.
But you do know that
income.
Those tracks are the best part of the game. Just moving that disc on that track, maybe getting a bonus.
Oh yeah.
But I do like tracks. I like tracks a lot. So that was your number 12.
Yes.
My number 12 is going to be Resurgence.
Oh Oh,
Dun dun dun
it is
dun dun
an
dun
official
dun
double crossover.
I
I don't know if
Oh, we're gonna do that. Crossover
don't know.
dance. It's a
Yeah.
crossover dance. It's a crossover show. It's the one where we go and we win every show. It's a crossover
song
dance.
as
It's a
well.
crossover song. And now we're gonna go to the next one, which is the last one of this list.
Yeah.
Bow bow.
Cool. Okay, that's awesome.
Bye. No.
We have one more.
Oh yeah.
And that one is my number 11.
Is it a crossover?
It is not a crossover, but
Oh,
I figure
good.
it will be kind of later. I think you have this on your
Spoiler
list.
alert.
It's War of the Ring, the card game,
Uh-huh.
which I really enjoyed. I don't like all of these duel. I think they're cool, but you always win, so they're so hard to...
Did I win in this one?
Yes, you did. But I still
All the
like
time.
it. If you haven't checked it out, go do so. It's...
We did a review. You can check that out
we
first.
did that. So I just felt like this was a really thematic and clever way to have this card game, and I really liked playing it with 4 players and being like on the team.
The theme team.
Yeah.
My number 11 is another. I'm actually like bookending this list with a smaller, shorter game.
I thought you were going to say Lacrimosa.
No,
No.
no, absolutely not. We had a framework at the other end, and now we're gonna have Acropolis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is another fantastic,
Yeah.
small, super quick game. Like you can play it in 8 minutes with 2 players and maybe 13 minutes with 3 players, and it's so good. Like super, like for that time. Like it's not like if it were an hour, it would be horrible. But like a crunchy puzzle, and the drafting is, oh, you took my tile, like all of those things, and you just want to play it again and again and again. It kind of gives me the same feeling of number 9, but with some actual interaction and all of that. So yeah, that is that. That was quite few crossovers actually.
Yeah, 1, 2,
I think
3, no 4, because you had Gardeners as well, I think.
yeah, Come Together,
Yeah.
Autobahn,
Yeah.
Gardeners, and Resurgence.
Yeah, that's right.
That's 4.
That's 4.
So for you to be correct,
All the others need
all
to
the
be-
others need to be a crossover either on this or the next
Yeah.
list, and I cannot win.
Haha, already won
or
a
could
little.
I? Like, we always do this wrong.
Oh yeah.
Because
No.
there could still be 16. Because you could have things that are on this list,
yeah.
on the next list,
Okay, let's
and I
see.
could have that.
Yeah.
Because we always do that wrong. Like the math on that, we're really horrible on that. But that was that. That was the
Yes.
20. Let us know in the comments what you think about these. And then in a week's time, you're going to get the top 10 to 1.
Yes.
Which is even more fun to do. We love this. Like, this is my favorite videos to
Yeah.
do the whole year. I just love doing these top
So
10s.
many great games.
Yeah, we're going to do more top 10s next year. More than zero. So that is the end. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now. Bye.
Clicking the subscribe button. It's down there and it's free. Fun. Makes us happy. Like this. If you want to do something that's not free, you can.
Go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye.